Hey guys, Emily Muchanti here, and today I have a video for my new teachers who are prepping for the RICA, or honestly, in any reading competence exam that you have to pass in order to get your full credential. But for me, it's my RICA Prep 101 group that I want to talk to and really hopefully speak to your heart, because I want to bring you today the 6 common mistakes that RICA preppers are making as they get ready to take the exam. Okay. Now, if you are new to my channel, I would love it if you would get that thumbs up on this video, subscribe, and share it if you have other teacher friends that are preparing for the RICA or another competency exam. It all kind of fits together in this one. Okay, so we're talking some common mistakes. Now, let me give you a little background story. Each couple of weeks, we get the scores that report from the CDC, and I am on my Facebook group and I'm watching all these wonderful, shout outs and congratulations to people that are passing their subtests. But there's always a few that are not passing, and sometimes it takes them a few times to pass. And it hurts my heart because there are some really easy things that are that you can do to prepare for the RICA so that you don't have to take it multiple times. You can hopefully just take it 1 or 2 times and you are finished. So let's start with the first of the 6 common mistakes that RICA preppers are making. The first is you're procrastinating. Don't procrastinate. What happens is sometimes we hear that our universities are going to give us an extension, or because of COVID, there's an extension to actually passing the RICA. In some situations, check with your universities for details. But here's what happens. Life gets in the way. You never know when there's going to be marriages, babies, illness, things that just you cannot plan on, that are going to push your plans aside. And pretty soon you are down to the wire. And in some cases, you are being threatened now with losing your jobs if you don't pass the RICA. So please, please don't procrastinate. Get this test out of the way as soon as you can so that you can move on with life and with your career. The second common mistake that I see very often with our RICA preppers is you're using too many resources. When you use too many resources, you get lots of information. Sometimes they contradict one another and you hit what we call overwhelm. And overwhelm can just stop you in your tracks because you just don't know where to go. So you need to find the right resources, the things that are going to help you move the needle so that you can pass the test quickly without getting that overwhelming feeling. Now, overwhelm easily contributes to test anxiety. And so this is why I only have really 3 to 4 recommended resources that I suggest. Number 1 is my course, RICA Prep 101, that you can find at ricaprep101.com. What I have done is filtered through all the stuff that just doesn't need to be in the front of your brain. There's only so much cognitive room you have up there. So that's the first resource. The second is the Zerillo Ready for RICA book, the blue book. I think it's a great resource. It's also published by Pearson, who is the test creator, so you can speculate there what you will. And I really like the Cliff Notes RICA prep book, the yellow book, because they have great practice tests there. It doesn't matter if you have the 2nd edition or the 3rd edition. The 2nd edition seems to be more aligned to the old standards. The 3rd edition is to the new Common Core standards. Either one will work. And these are the ones that I reference in my study guides within the course. And then, of course, a free resource that everybody should have under their belt is the National Reading Panel reports, the summary report from 2000. It is a meta-analysis that gives a really good kind of teacher-friendly look at the 5 aspects of reading that really help kids move the mark. And those actually have turned into the domains from the RICA. All of these are linked in my recommended resources page, which you can find at ricaprep101.com. The third common mistake that I see very often is people underestimate how really difficult the RICA is. So there's not enough preparation that's being done prior to going in for that testing situation. Now, the RICA is hard, and it has one of the lowest pass rates of all of these teacher competency exams that you have to pass. It's just under 70% for the written exam. The video exam actually has a lower pass rate. I'll be interested to see how the subtest format changes these pass rates whenever those are referenced. I'm not sure how long it will take them to do that data, but don't underestimate how difficult this test is. Really put your time and effort and money in preparing for the exam, not for retaking the exam, which leads me to the fourth common mistake that I see RICA preppers making, and that is they're taking the exam when they don't feel prepared. This one I don't really understand. I think that you should really have a pretty firm grasp of the content so that you are going in with at least as much ammunition as you can. If you know that you have not spent adequate time prepping for the exam and you're completely feeling lost when you're reviewing your notes, don't take it. Postpone it. You can postpone it. Vow to yourself that you're going to go ahead and get back on track, and then take it when you are prepared. Use that money again to prepare, not to retake the exam. Okay, that is the common mistake I see often. The fifth common mistake I see is that people are not writing out the constructed responses or the case study and sharing them with somebody like me. If you're a VIP member or a platinum member in my course, share them with somebody who knows the content of the RICA so you can get some honest feedback about how you're doing in the writing. The writing is a big component of the passing of this test. You have to do well on the writing. Do not let the first time you actually write one of these constructed responses be in the actual test. Don't do it. Write out the constructed responses, write them more than once, share them with me if you're within my course so that I can give you feedback. What I do is I point out what you're doing well so that you know, okay, this is what I need to keep doing. And I try to get you back on track when maybe you've analyzed data incorrectly, or maybe there is not enough clarity in the lesson that you are describing within your case study. But that is what I can do. I've done it for so many years. I can do it rather quickly and efficiently. And then through the back and forth that you and I have, hopefully over multiple times, because I'm going to ask you to revise something, send it back to me, we are going to get you dialed in. But for goodness sakes, you have to practice writing it out. Now, a second option is to write it out and share it with somebody that maybe you work with, somebody that understands reading instruction. But you're going to be, I'm going to caution you just a little bit. They might know about the reading instruction piece, which is great, but you may want to have somebody who really understands the RICA as well, because they're kind of looking for some specific things. So keep that in mind. And then the last common mistake that I see all too often is a negative mindset. I cannot express to you enough how important it is to have a positive mindset and outlook when you are preparing for this test. Here's the reality. Yes, I know this is another requirement that you have to become a teacher. I get it. It's stressful. Yes, it is. But here's the reality, you guys. We need our teachers to be able to effectively teach our students to read. If you are parents, you understand this, okay? As a parent, as a fellow teacher, as a veteran teacher, I want the best teachers in my school working with my students and my children to help them learn to read. And as a new teacher, it's going to take you some time. The RICA forces you to actually get some preliminary foundation under your belt as you go into teaching children how to read. It's the most important task that you are going to have in your entire career. So if you walk into a classroom and you don't have any idea how to do it, not only are you going to lose confidence, but you're going to find yourself in really difficult situations with parents, in meetings, with administrators. You need to understand reading development. So embrace the RICA, embrace it. Be thankful for the opportunity that you are going to learn some things that are going to help you be a better teacher. And a positive outlook, I can't say enough how much that will really benefit you. You want to just kind of embrace it and move through the motions and the course and the content so that you are better versed in this. When you start negatively bashing the RICA, that's up here. That's going to affect your mindset. So let me give you some words of wisdom from a reading diva. Don't do it, okay? Embrace it for what it can bring to you. Some people I have worked with have even been like, wow, I really enjoy this content. Maybe you are a future reading specialist. That's great. Know this content, know it well. Keep a smile about you when you're studying, because I can't tell you enough. Again, it can make all of the difference. So there you go. The 6 common mistakes. So here they are. Let me give them to you again. Don't procrastinate. Don't have too many resources, and don't use the wrong resources. Make sure you're using things that are going to really move the needle. Number 3, don't underestimate how difficult this test is, because it is. Number 4, don't take the test when you don't feel prepared. Make sure that you're ready for it. Number 5, write out your practice responses and your case study. And number 6, keep a positive outlook. Don't look at this from a negative perspective. Okay, there you have it. Hopefully this lets you to go back and kind of rethink your approach. These are some basic foundations. If you want some more information, visit my website at ricaprep101.com. If you are a good fit for the course, join. I'm here to guide you. And I hope, again, that you'll share this video with anybody who you think might benefit. And let's get you on track. Let's get you to pass this test. Get that monkey off your back. Bye for now.